Right, Sharkey, talk me through that, man. Newcastle United won, Leeds United won, snatched it to death, man.
Typical Newcastle, throwing it away. The points were there. 5 minutes of stoppage time. That is debatable. 5 minutes of stoppage time, because obviously they say it's substitutions and things, but I don't think it was worthy of 5 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes. But like I say, they've scored, haven't they? Chris Wood, he's a deadly striker. He's the league's top goal scorer for a reason.
We've seen this too often, though. Throwing his points away. What is it this time round? Because it's got to be someone to blame.
We're just lacking in the final third. It's not just this game. It's happened against Wigan. It's happened against Burton. Sheffield Wednesday we're so defensive. I mean, I know that's Rafa's type of play. I mean, I love Rafa, but I feel like we've got to express ourselves a bit more at home and start attacking teams and stop putting teams to bed, because in the first 20 minutes, yes, Leeds were brilliant. I mean, they were lucky not to be 1-0 up when, Darlow had to pull off 2 saves. Obviously, it denied them the goal. And then after that, Newcastle grew into the game, because, we're just sniffing them out. After that, we grew into the game, and we weren't lucky ourselves not to go maybe 1 or 2 goals up. If it wasn't for Rob Green, both keepers had a really good day.
But yeah, the goal finally came through Lascelles, and it was like a party atmosphere after that.
Well, it was.
Do you think that was to blame? We just went off after that because everyone was celebrating like we won the league, but it was only 1-0 up. Do you think that was to blame?
It's not game over because Leeds are in the playoffs. That the fifth obviously at the start of play. It's not guaranteed that they're going to get in the playoffs, even though they probably will now with this result. But they've still got to keep plugging away and getting the points, just like we've got to keep plugging away to try and get the promotion. Nothing's a given in this league. Everybody can beat everybody. We got beat off Blackburn. The top teams can beat the top teams. I just think, yes, when he scored, I still had that doubt that Leeds would come back into the game. I just felt like we needed to kill them off, and we didn't. We just sat back, and we didn't give, we just didn't give enough going forward, really. And if we weren't really making the most of the chances that we were given. And
then the pitch invader came on as well, man, and everyone started giving him abuse. Do you think that might have even played into the minds of players? He was all celebrating, saying, well, I'm not going to repeat some of the stuff that I was saying in the crowd, but there was a lot of stuff that was kind of deflecting from the actual game. There was still a good 10 or 20 minutes to play. Do you think that might have had a...
Don't get us wrong. The team, we had a good game. We played well, but it's just lacking in the final third. Not finishing teams off. When you go 1-0 up, you've got to finish the Leeds were there for the taking. They were defending, and we just had to get that second goal. If we got that second goal, I would have believed that we could get 3 or 4. We should really have killed the game off in the second half. In terms of the pitch invader, well, that's it. That's Friday night football. Everyone's had a bit too much to drink. He's got a bit excited 1-0, but it's our own fault at the end of the day. We all know what Chris Wood's about. Like I keep saying, he's the league's top goal scorer. It was a great header, but the marking was just shocking. And you need to see the game out, and you need to be professional about it. And for me, we weren't professional in the last 5 minutes of stoppage time.
And it doesn't look good now, because obviously Brighton picked up points, Huddersfield won as well. So what? Second place now?
Right. Well, I think the title is Brighton's to lose. That two. Have we points clear? 3 or 4 points clear now.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's 2 points dropped, no lie. Huddersfield, yeah, they won 3-2, controversial at the end. I just think that we've just got to keep focused on ourselves now. I did think that if we did beat Leeds tonight, that if we go to Ipswich, the promotion was there, provided that Derby would get a result against Huddersfield. But now, for me, I think it's going to be Preston at home. I think we've got to go to Ipswich to get a result and hope that Brighton slip up. If not, Preston at home, and hopefully if we can win both of those games, we should, hopefully get the promotion. Then from there, then we'll try, if it's confirmed that we're going to get promoted by Preston at home, then try and chase down Brighton, depending on how many points that Brighton have got.